Hi, I'm Greg Falcon, and this is another edition of WordPress Lessons. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a page and a post. Both pages and posts are created in the WordPress editor and look very much the same, but the way that they behave on the site is quite different. Posts are entries listed in reverse chronological order, meaning the most recent at the top, on your main blog page. This could be the home page of your site, as it is here on my site, gregfalcon.com, or it could be another page on your site that you have set to be the blog page. This blog page will contain the number of posts that you have set to display per page, and at the bottom will be a link to the next page of posts. If you were on that next page, then over here on this side there would be a previous page. Make sense? The site owner can choose whether to display the entire post on the blog page or to display just a portion with a more link to the post's single page. Now, if you wanted to do something like that, say I wanted to break this particular post at the end of the first paragraph, I would flip over to the editor for this particular post, place the cursor where I wanted the more tag to appear, and then use the Read More Tag button on the menu to add this more tag at that point. That's all you need to do, and that will create the more tag on the main page of your blog. You might want to do this if your posts are more than 400 or 500 words long, just so that your blog post doesn't get overly long. Posts can also have categories. Categories are like your blog's table of contents. In the case of this post, it's categorized at home, and every category has its own archive page. If I were to click on this link, it shows me the archive page of just the posts that are in the category at home. Up here at the top of my blog, I actually have links to the different category archive pages that I have created so that people can just look at the posts that they are interested in without having to scroll through everything that I've posted in all kinds of different categories. Posts also have tags, and you can think of tags as the index to your blog, or the keywords. This particular post is tagged with education and learning. And one of the most useful things about tags is once you've tagged all your posts, you can create what's called a tag cloud. And again, this is like an index. It shows all of the words that I've tagged, and the ones that are tagged more often are actually shown larger in the tag cloud. So I have a lot of posts tagged video, and if I click on the video link, it shows me another archive page for the tag video, just the posts that have videos embedded in it. So that's a pretty useful and helpful thing for your readers to be able to use. Going back to the home page, as I mentioned before, each post in the list of entries has a link to a single page that displays just that post. There's always a link on the post title, and some themes have the post link showing up someplace else as well. But when I click on the title of the post, it takes me to the single post page that displays only this post. This is where the comments live. So anyone who wants to post a comment or read comments is going to have to go to that single page post in order to find them. And I want to mention just one exception to the chronological order rule. It is possible to pin a post to the top of the blog page. And if you wanted to do that, back over here in the editor, under Visibility, is a checkbox called Stick This Post to the Front Page. If you check that box and update the post, then it will remain at the top of the list of posts until you change that setting and and make that post unsticky again. So now let's talk about pages. Pages are static and they are not ordered by date. They're typically linked to menu items. These three pages up at the top of my menu are static pages, and these are best used for information that doesn't change very often, like about pages or contact pages. They don't have categories or tags. They typically don't have comments, although you can turn comments on pages if you want to. And pages are hierarchical, which means that they can be nested. And what I mean by that is that you can take a page and nest it under another page. The biggest reason for doing that is that it changes the URL, the page address. If I had a testimonials page, for instance, that I wanted to nest under this About page, it would end up with the address gregfalcon.com/about/testimonials. This is very good for SEO. It also tells people where they are in the site just by looking at the page address. If I wanted to do that type of nesting, I would go over to the WordPress editor, and here under page attributes we have the page's parent. This particular page lives at the very top of the hierarchy, so it doesn't have a parent. But in this drop-down list will be all the existing pages, and you can list any one of them as being the parent page to the page that you're working on. Pages also have templates, so you can create a different look for different pages, and they have an order. Order is not used a lot anymore. It used to be mostly used for controlling the menu order of pages, but in more recent versions of WordPress, you'll be using the appearance menu item to control the order of pages in a menu. And we'll be talking about that in another WordPress lesson. I hope you found this one useful and that you'll come back again soon. I'm Greg Falcon.